Hey, let's talk some football. We're going to see him later on play the Buffalo Bills. This is Lamar Jackson, and it kind of happens periodically. He's having such a great season, and the way he's presenting himself, and Josh Allen to a lesser extent, are these guys changing fundamentally the way football is being played? And it's something that's going to last?
Yeah, it's really amazing. The dynamics of the position are crazy right now. The speed of the game, the decision-making. Those quarterbacks that stay in the pocket now and have trouble making decisions, spur of the moment, 2-3 seconds on a drop, they have to be able to get out of the pocket now. And Lamar Jackson, I'm telling you, the guy's electric. He's amazing. His speed, his throwing on the run, his ability to avoid contact and tackles. And I mean, he makes small plays out of big plays. He had a 48-yard gain this weekend. It's ridiculous.
Modern-day RG3, and how did that work out?
True. Modern day. That was only like 8 years ago. Modern day. I wasn't like sketching RG3.
Boy, it seems like longer though.
It does. It does. It does.
It really does.
By the way, his backup in Baltimore. But I mean, listen. I think it was just a matter of time before this happened. Every other position in the NFL has gotten unbelievably more athletic over the last 20 years. You can make the argument that quarterback was the one that came along slowest. But
Agreed.
To your point, will this be sustainable? Because I think that coaches, well, one, they didn't know how to use guys like RG3 and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. But what happens if Lamar Jackson hurts himself? What happens if Josh Allen hurts himself? I mean, Bills fans have seen this over and over again. Do you go out and get the electric athlete that can give you 3 years of football? Or do you want to draft the pocket quarterback where it's not going to be as electric and you're not going to have the success maybe you would have had with the other guy, but you're going to get 8 years?
Did we have this debate last year that Allen is perhaps more likely to get hurt in the pocket than he is out in an open field?
Well, last year's offensive line was terrible. This year's offensive line seems to be giving him time. Now it becomes a question of when you pull the trigger. I mean, Bob, you've been seeing this, but I don't know. Like, you look at a guy like Cam Newton, who arguably was the best quarterback in the league for a 2.5 season stretch. He's going to be playing in another city next year. Did you get what was worth? Did you get what you needed to get out of Cam Newton to justify it?
He was reckless. I thought he was reckless.
He was. He played on his size, and he tried to use his size to run over DBs, run over linebackers. He was a good pocket passer. When he stayed in the pocket and tried to avoid getting out of the pocket, he threw a great ball. But as his career progressed, I'm telling you, he wasn't that mobile guy that everybody hoped for and expected, and it was just inevitable that he was going to get.
But we see decades of football played at the college level where these kind of quarterbacks flourish, and they've never been able to sustain it in the NFL. I get a feeling that Jackson is just different.
I think he might be a flash in the pan, but
Really?
if he stays healthy, they're unbeatable on offense. They truly are. You can't account for the quarterback, especially when you're running man-to-man defense. The quarterback's not accounted for. And if you have a scout or a spy that tries to stay in front of him, he's going to outrun him or outjuke him 100% of the time.
Listen, I hope you're right. I hope that this is sustainable and he can do this forever because I love watching athletes like this. But you bring up why do they succeed in college as opposed to the NFL? And again, it comes down to the athlete thing, right? You have 130 some odd Division I college football teams with all this talent spread where now it's the best 32 teams with the best 54 players on every single roster. And the other issue you have too, listen, there's a common thread between successful mobile quarterbacks and it's offensive coordinators that can use them. Greg Roman, former offensive coordinator in Buffalo, who got the best years out of Tyrod Taylor, is the offensive coordinator for Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. How many guys know how to do what Roman is doing with Lamar Jackson? Unfortunately, because of the way the NFL has been the last 100 years, there may only be a handful. So even if you get a guy like that, can you use him the right way?
So that gives me a chance to throw out the name Steve Grogan, which I've just been dying to use.
Right. But here, one last thing about Lamar Jackson. People are forgetting that he can throw the ball.
Yeah.
He's accurate. He makes big plays. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes when he throws the ball as well. So I think Baltimore's team to beat right now.